Welcome to Private Money Secrets. I'm Keith Yackey and I'm your host, and all we talk about here is private money, real estate, and some other fun stuff. Grab your favorite beverage. Let's dive in. What you want more than anything in your entire life is power. Power to do what you want, say what you want, go where you want, be with whom you want, and ultimately, you want public power. Power, not in the sense that you can rule it over people, but power in the sense that when you say to go do something, people react. Otherwise known as influence. Being a leader just means you have influence over people. You have power over the way people act, the way they think, the way they talk, the way they do things. Not because you're forcing them to do that. That's force. You're forcing somebody to do something. But true power means influence. See, the difference between power and force is two things. Let me give you an example. It hit me and it changed the way I look at things. Force is like a guardrail on a freeway bridge. It's going to force you to go where you need to go. Power is a small-statured woman that might be a cop standing in front of a massive semi-truck with her hand out telling them to stop. She has power over. She could not physically force that thing to stop. She's not that strong. But because of her authority, she has power to make that truck stop. So I've come to realize that's all I want. I recently cut out some things in my life that I realized were taking power away from me, personal power, which then was really starting to chip away at my belief in myself. How much power you have publicly is directly proportionate to how much power you have over yourself privately. That's a heavy concept. That's a heavy concept. If you don't even believe your own voice, then there's a reason why nobody else is believing your voice. We want power over ourselves. We want to be able to say, I'm not going to eat sugar for 4 days and not do it. We want to be able to say that I'm going to make 10 offers this week and actually go do it. Say what? Again, back to this, do what you say. That's what a real action taker is. We want power. Power over ourselves, power over others. Power is real leadership. And it can be used for good. It can be used for good. And that's what we all want. We want to have impact on people. We want to help change the world, change our lives, change the lives of those around us. What is your personal power all about? This has been one of the biggest revelations to me in my entire life. You say, Keith, what did you have to give up that gave you such power? I'll tell you. THC. Weed. Weed every night. Now, if you are from a state that does not allow weed, you probably think it's a drug. It's not, in my opinion. I think weed in the cannabis world is amazing. It's beautiful, and I may lose some listeners to this, but before you leave, I want you to hear me out. Nobody's ever killed anybody on weed. Nobody's ever died from an overdose of weed, but plenty of people have died from alcohol and killed others while on alcohol. Nobody gets in fights when they're on weed, but plenty of people get a lot of that, what do they call it? Liquid courage, beer courage, beer goggles, all that happens, not with weed. And so I was introduced to weed probably about 4 or 5 years ago when it became legal in Las Vegas and legal in California. And I found myself partaking of this on a regular basis, and it started to drain my drive, dampen my desire for more. I thought it was because when I got weed, I'd get the munchies and I would go eat a bunch of sugar, which is why I gained a bunch of weight. But I thought, man, it's so fun. Sex is better on it. Food's better on it. Life's better on it. This is amazing. And I would do it after work. I was super present with my child. Man, It was like I became a child with her. It was glorious. Man, if you haven't played My Little Ponies, Barbies, or LOL dolls while being stoned, you have not lived, my friend. But listen, I came to realize that after I was doing weed and I stopped eating bad, I still, after 3 or 4 days of it, would find my desire and my drive dampened, and I realized this isn't going to work. Do I still do it once a week when I have my times where I commune with my Creator? Yes, because it opens my consciousness to a whole new level and a whole new realm. But doing it once a week is a whole different ballgame than doing it 3, 4, 5 times a week. Is it bad? No, but it wasn't great, and I want greatness in my life. So I share that with you because you know what? There might be something in your life, whether it's weed, whether it's alcohol, whether it's certain foods, whether it's certain whatevers, that you might have to give up, not because it's bad, not because you can't be good on it, but it's affecting how great you are. And the people that follow me, that listen to this podcast, you want to be great. You want to live to your highest potential. You want to be all that you can be. So therefore, you want to join the greatness army. Well, it's going to be hard to join the greatness army if you're not walking in your own personal power. I can tell you now, weeks of being clear and clean, the clarity in my life, I know exactly where I'm going. I know exactly what I can do, and there ain't nobody that can shake my confidence. All by giving up a little substance that was totally legal and a lot of fun, but it wasn't helping me get where I want to go. If this resonates with you, let me know. Send me a little message. Email me at keith@keithyaki.com. I want to hear what's going. By the way, that email does go right to me, so I will see it. If you got anything, if you need help, learn how to raise private money, or just all around being a badass in life, send out something to me as well, and let's get you taken care of. With that, have an amazing day. All right, so if you're wanting to learn how to raise more private money, go to www.privatemoneypro.com, www.privatemoneypro.com, where I can show you how to be a private money pro. Take care and go rock it.